If you somehow didn't know, I'd be very surprised if you didn't, Stadium is the new game mode coming to Overwatch. It's a quickfire best of 7 that combines the core objective fundamentals of Overwatch with a new MOBA-like system, where at the start of every round, you buy power-ups for stuff like your weapons and abilities, as well as being able to buy new abilities. For example, Lucio has a power-up to Boop, where it deals additional damage if you boop an enemy into a wall. I wonder where they got that from. This isn't the coolest thing he has though. He has a power-up that lets him channel his inner Adam Smasher and crush enemies with beat. Yeah, this mode is super unserious. Yes, there is a rank system to it that works similarly to the normal rank system, but I don't think that many people are going to be taking it all that seriously. That's not my main concern though, because it means that the game might actually be fun for once. My main concern is that it's just gonna be a gimmick. Hey, hear me out before you start commenting something like, all this guy does is complain he can never be satisfied with the game. I'm not necessarily saying that Stadium is going to be bad. It looks enjoyable enough, and I'm excited to see how fun it is for myself rather than just reviews from people that got early access. But I feel like people are going to play it for a few weeks and then just ditch it if they're not actively trying to earn the free skin you get for reaching All-Star. Why you do this, I'm not too sure, because the skin is kind of mediocre. It's cool to have because you can be like, hey, I got this for being good at the game, but it's still kind of eh. Before any of you comment, oh, but you have no problem with Marvel Rivals doing the exact same thing, they give you a skin for getting into gold. You have to get into the equivalent of Masters to get this skin. It's a cool incentive to keep playing, sure, but having to get Masters is a bit of a high ask, and yes, this is coming from someone who is shit at the game. But I feel this way about third person too. If you didn't know, Stadium is releasing with a third person mode, which is pretty cool because it means you can actually see your skins whilst playing, as well as being able to peek corners without having to physically peek your head around the corner, or emoting if you emote to peek. Yeah, you can do that, by the way. This is going to be really cool for a few matches, but I think because the player base are used to the game being first person, they'll eventually go back to playing the first person version of Stadium if they decide to keep playing Stadium. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Stadium is 5v5, but that's honestly the least of our worries. As nice as it'd be to have 6v6 in Stadium, I don't think we'll really need it, considering some of the perks can give you insane boosts to both damage and healing. It might be a bit of a hot take, but this is actually the one time that I think 5v5 will be fundamentally better than 6v6. It's just the healing and damage output that is possible. You don't need that extra tank. I don't know. It's difficult talking about Stadium because it hasn't even come out yet, and the only way I've been able to form opinions on it is through watching the people that have been given early access to it, and by reading the blog post that was posted on the 14th. I'll link it in the description if you want to read it for yourself. On one hand, I'm super excited to play it for myself and see what kind of stupid builds I can make for heroes like Lucio and D.Va, but on the other hand, I'm worried that this is going to be nothing more than a gimmick mode, ending up as a fad rather than something that people will actively play season after season. I know updates are going to come out for it and introduce new maps and add new heroes into it, not new heroes as in they're creating new heroes solely for Stadium, but heroes that aren't already in the mode like Winston and Tracer for some weird reason, but I don't think this will be enough to keep the game mode alive. It's hard to tell this early on, but I think it's a valid concern to have. I guess it's almost like when the game first introduced role queue. People were concerned that the queue times would jump up massively and people would automatically gravitate towards playing one rank, which admittedly did happen, but over time it became much less of a problem because A, more people started playing the game overall, and B, we just kinda got used to it. And I think this applies to Stadium. We're just gonna have to play it for ourselves and get used to it. But that just about does it for this video. Stadium comes out with the release of Season 16 on the 22nd of this month, so in a matter of days from when this video comes out. I know I just low-key talk shit about it, saying it's gonna be nothing more than a fad, but I said multiple times throughout this video I'm actually kind of excited to see what it's like for myself. Sure, it might end up being a fad, but I think it will be a fun fad nonetheless. And the best part of it, I can do this to unsuspecting Arnas.
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm gonna ask you to subscribe and leave a like on this video as it lets me know that you've enjoyed it and want to see more. Feel free to voice your opinions in the comments as usual because I love reading and interacting with what you guys think about these things. It's how we grow this community, through discussion. Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure you check out some of my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.